normally when you lose, you don't make a certain amount of plays. And when you win, you do make those plays. So we understand that. We just got to continuously work and getting better and try to go out every time we get an opportunity and win the football game.
Look, I understand what Byron Leftwich is saying there. You boil it down, it could be pretty simple, right? You just didn't make enough plays to go out there and win the game when you lost like that to the Rams. But it just hasn't looked in sync consistently for that Bucs offense, Willie. Does that feel like what they're going through right now, trying to find that rhythm?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just that simple as another team makes more plays. It's how you lose the football game. It's where you execute critical situations, how you perform. If you have turnovers, if you're in sync, with the receivers, with the running backs. And it just felt like they just haven't been in sync on a consistent basis. You see some games where they are, and there's other games where the clock in Brady's head is going off, the ball is coming out, the receiver or running back is not ready for the football, or he's trying to hold the football in this situation, which you're watching now, a little too long to let the route develop, and the protection is breaking down. So I get it. It's a lot of new pieces, and they have to put all these pieces in part, and they got to be on the same page. But, like I mentioned earlier, Rhett, this is a perfect opportunity against the Chiefs to get it going. Chiefs defense has given up almost 300 yards in the passing game the last couple of weeks, and they're giving up 31 points in the last couple of weeks. So they need to get it together. They need to find their rhythm, and they need to move forward.
Yeah, no question. Same goes here for Tom Brady. As you look at Next Gen Stats here, powered by AWS, the deep passes were apparent in the loss to the Rams. It was just off target, it felt like. It's actually 0 for 19 on deep passes in the last 4 weeks, weeks 8 through 11 here. You were talking about that Chiefs defense, though, and I want to get to that because they've given up 31 points in each of their last 2 games, in the win over the Panthers and in the win over the Raiders, which were tight victories. Thank goodness you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes in those situations. But is that an area where the Bucs can exploit here?
Well, they should try, and they have a balanced attack. The Bucs have so many weapons, and that just doesn't mean you could just throw it out on the football field and it's going to turn into points. But they've got a great running back selection in the backfield. They can run the football to get that balance, and they can throw the ball down the field. We're watching the Raiders. The Raiders only punted twice in this football game, and they were over 60% on third down. So the route combinations and all the different things that we watched the Raiders do against this Chiefs defense, well, guess what? The Bucs have more weapons on the outside, so they can give you more looks. They're more versatile. They can spread you out. They create more matchup issues, and they should be able to take advantage. But if they don't come in and they're not in sync and they're not on the same page, it's not going to happen. They can get after the quarterback. You can't hold the ball against his defense with Clark and Jones, and you can't play back and forth with Pat Mahomes. Like, they're the #1 scoring offense in the league. They're scoring 32 points a game. So you got to keep him on the sideline. So I would say a heavy dose of run and play action and getting the ball down the field would be a good pretty much blueprint for the Bucs going into this game, Brett, to try to win. Basically, what you want to do is you want to take the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands for the last possession of the game, for sure, as we saw against the Raiders, who played very well against Kansas City last week, but unable to overcome Mahomes in the end. All right, Willie, we got more to get to here on NFL Football.
Oh, wait, it's going to be a good one.
All right, back to the highlights here on this Thanksgiving Day edition of NFL Total Access. Deshaun Watson was rolling today for the Texans, up 17 here in the fourth quarter. How about a little flea flicker to put a little exclamation point on the Texans' 4th victory of the season? Watson to Fuller, 2nd time of the quarter, 4th touchdown pass of the day for Deshaun Watson, and the 15th in the last 6 games for the Texans quarterback. Passer rating, 122.3 in the last 6. He's also run for 210 yards over that time period, and the Texans for it, 3-3, much better than the 1-4 mark through their first 5 games. Here now, the Texans quarterback from Detroit on the victory today.
Deshaun, can you talk about your performance today? You didn't have to throw it a lot, but you threw it well. And did you go in with the idea of throwing deep to Will, or was that just, you always say, take what the defense gives you?
Yeah, I just still have that mentality to take what the defense gives me. We knew that was similar background as defense-wise as New England. because Matt was there. And so we kind of, had a similar feel, but we didn't know exactly, that one of their starting corners was down, and then True Point went out early. So we knew they were going to pick their spots to play man and play a lot of zone, especially when we got in the red zone, that too, to make us run the ball. But yeah, just take what the defense give us. O-line did a great job of protecting me, especially after the first couple of drives, and the receivers and tight ends did their part. Running backs, Duke had a heck of a game. And once we got those opportunities, I took advantage of it. I picked my spots, and that's when those opportunities came, and Will did a good job of capitalizing too.
Did you know going in after practice that Tim was going to call the flea flicker? And walk us through that play.
Yeah, that's something that we want the exact look. And really when I called the play, Duke looked at me and was like, hey, if we got pressure, I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to pitch it back. So that's why he kind of carried the ball a little bit longer than what he's supposed to. And when he kept it, I just called him. I was like, hey, Duke. I was yelling his name. And he just turned around and threw it back to me. And I grabbed it, and I seen Will naked. So I got it to Will, and that's how it really happened. So he was really keeping it because that was the plan. If pressure, keep it. But I called his name, and he trusted me and pitched it back, and I just grabbed it and launched it.
Aaron Wilson.
Deshaun, when you have speed outside like Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller, how much does that make your job easier when you have guys that can create separation that easy, especially when they're down at corners, you said?
Yeah, just give them a chance. Throw it out there. And for those two guys, they're more of a, let them go run and get it. So, same thing. That's why that deep ball with Will, I just let it ride, put it in the back of the end zone and let them go make a play. And same with Cookie too. But both of those guys are special. And I love playing with both of those guys. And of course, our other two, Kenny and Cobb, they're down right now. But, Kiki, Stevie, they stepped up and made plays. Duke made plays. So all the guys, man, I'm thankful to have those guys, especially, on this team and what's been going on. But it's been fun, man. And we're just having fun and just trying to, win games.
Along those lines.
And Lamar Jackson has been slumping. We'll let you know if he bounces back and ends Pittsburgh's perfect season. All that and much more on NFL Game Day morning Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
All right, Rich, looking forward to GDM as always here on your Week 12 Sunday. I'll be with you on NFL Game Day Live following the conclusion of Game Day morning for highlights, limited commercials, the halftime extravaganza, everything that's going on in your early window of games. 6.5 hours of Game Day Live, followed by Game Day highlights at 7:30 and finish up your Sunday. Chris Rose and company on NFL Game Day Final at 11:30 Eastern Time, immediately following Sunday Night Football. So a lot to look forward to here on Sunday. Willie, can't wait to see Sunday time. What piques your interest this week?
Well, when you talk about what's going on in the Chiefs and the Bucs game, that's going to be a pretty big game. And what's going to happen with Brady offensively, and if they're going to be able to get in sync, if they're going to be able to get going and figure out if truly that defense is bad, or they just played bad for the last couple of weeks. I want to see if they can get things going, the running game going. The defense for the Bucs has been going strong. They've been pretty solid. And, that's going to be important. The other thing is I want to see Belichick go against the Arizona Cardinals, and that's Kyler Murray and Kingsbury, okay? Two great minds.
Going to be a good one. And all right, hope you're all enjoying your Thanksgiving Day. For Willie McGinest, I'm Brett Lewis. We got more Total Access coming up right after this.
A tradition that started in 1934. The Lions playing football on Thanksgiving Day.
Picked off by J.J. Rock and roll. One, pick, six.
Gives to Peterson, hesitates into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
Now we're back to the end zone, and it's an over-the-shoulder catch and a touchdown.
Matthews got it. No, he couldn't hang on. Oh, goodness.
And he's got a man. Will Fuller. Touchdown, Houston.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to NFL Total Access, a special
Bye.